What's good, y'all? You already know who it is. It's your boy Alec, back with another video on the Producergrind channel. I ain't been here in a while, but I'm about to start being more consistent again. Y'all about to get consistent tours from me. You already know what it is. I just dropped a new sample pack, the Casablanca sample library. It'll be in the description. 25 royalty free. You gotta put you on Drake. That's all yours, not mine. I get no bread. But yeah. You know, we rocking the drip today. You already know what it is. Today I'm gonna be showing y'all how to make samples for Lil Baby and Lil Durk. As some of y'all may know, they're planning on dropping a new album, so this is kind of in the style that they'll be going for probably. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at AlecBit. Without further ado, let's get into it. So here's what the sample sounds like. So as y'all can see, it's hella simple. Not much to it, but yeah, let's just get into it. First, I started with this pad from Analog Lab. It's called the Behind Dark Mirrors pad. So you can see it's a hella evil vibe. Basically, it's a really simple progression. It's not even a progression really. It's just C minor chord, and then it says C minor, and then another C here, and then just another D here. So I just try to layer it just to make it not sound boring. And then over here on the last two over here, I got the same progression and just put it up 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I do this a lot of my melodies because it gives a lot more feeling to the melody. A lot, so that's some sauce. Yeah, but it's a really simple progression. For effects, I added just a Valhalla vintage verb and a fruity EQ. I then added this bell from KONTAKT. The bank is called the Spatial Kalimba. It's actually made by my boy at Young Chico Beat. The link is gonna be in the description. It's only $10. Honestly, this is probably the most worth it bank out there right now. This is the hardest bell bank that I know personally. So if y'all really want a hard ass bell bank, I'd recommend you to go in the description. Yeah. So it sounds like this. Yeah, I got the point. It's really simple. It was just kind of something to follow the main chords, and over here, like these little, you know, strums, that kind of gave it a cool, catchy feel. Originally the Kalimba didn't sound like this, but all I did to change that was I put up this cutoff button. There's a lot of cool buttons here that, you know, you can change the sound of the Kalimba, which is pretty cool. For effects, I added a Valhalla vintage verb, an EQ, which I didn't do much with, a Panamatic, so I can go from one ears to the other, and a little radiator, which just gives it a lot of warmth. Really hard. I then added this, I don't even know if this is like a pad, but it was more like used it more as a key. I mean, it sounds like this. Sounds hella weird. And you can honestly barely hear it in the melody, but you definitely can feel like something going around, like flowing through. It's pretty cool. It's called the AT Pad Skyline from Analog Lab 5. And for effects, I added just a reverb and an EQ, so not much. And I didn't really do much effecting on this because it doesn't need too much. But yeah, I then added this bass from Analog Lab. The bass is called the Bottomless Pit. So you can see it's a hella evil bass. Originally it doesn't sound like that. To get that sound, I added a Fruity Fast Distort, which is a stock distort plugin, and I just turned on the mix and an EQ to get the right frequencies out. Without effects, sounds like this. So you can see the distortion had did a big thing, like it made it a lot more evil. It's one of my favorite basses right now, to be honest. I then added this string run from KONTAKT, and if y'all watch me and TB's Wheezy video, y'all know about this bank. And y'all overused the shit out of it. That's okay. It's called the Sinistrings Run Scale Trills. I just added it over here. Sounds like this. So it's only in the last part. But yeah, I mean, for effects, I didn't do much. Just an EQ, took a lot of the lows out, a fruity reverb, took it to wet a lot, and a panamatic so it can go from one ear to the other. Yeah, pretty simple. Then I added these string stabs from KONTAKT, from the Flatic strings, called the Contemporary String Spiccato. I wanted, honestly, this didn't start out as like a string sample type thing, but I then added this and it kind of felt like that. I needed something to make melody pretty catchy, or like bouncy, I guess, because it was kind of just a plain like ambient melody. This is what it sounds like. The basic progression that you always hear, literally just following the main chords. And all I did different was I just switched the middle note. So yeah, literally that's it. That's the main thing you always hear in like these baby melodies. But you know how to do it right. And in the last parts, I added these top notes just to make it a bit variant, I guess you could say. For effects, I added an EQ. I took a lot of the lows out, and a fruity reverb just to make it a bit ambient. With that effect, sounds like this. As you can see, there's a big difference, like at least with the EQ, because I didn't want the lows to be in the strings. I then lastly added this vocal, also from KONTAKT, from the Vocalized Gravity Pack 04. It was a C minor phrases. It sounds like this. It's really ambient, and honestly, you could feel it in the melody, but you can't actually like fully hear it. For effects, I added a fruity reverb, an EQ, and a low filter. And the low filter really does give it that effect. And all I did was I turned up the cut so it wasn't too condensed. With that effect, sounds like this. And then with the effects, so you can see it's more in the background. It's pretty cool. I then just laid out the melody and I arranged it, and I didn't do stems this time as I usually do. I just arranged it however I thought it sounded good. It lastly ended up sounding like this. So yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed. Pretty simple video. Let me know what you guys want to see next down below. The Coloma Bank by Chico will be down below. I'm telling you, hardest bell bank, honestly. And that's like, there's no like sponsor or anything. That's genuinely my opinion. That has to be one of the hardest bell banks in KONTAKT. Only $10, so y'all go check that out. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at AlecBit. If you want 25 royalty-free melodies, make sure to go down in the description. The Casablanca sample library, hard as shit. You already know what it is. Without further ado, I'm gonna catch y'all later. Peace.